We've got Calgary, Minnesota to wrap up the card, 63-64. Minnesota about a minus. It looks like some Calgary money coming in as we speak. It's down to plus 110 on the Calgary side, down to minus 130 from an opener of minus 140 on the Minnesota side. The total 5.5 shaded to the under in this game. I do want to point out we do have a Alex Stalock goalie confirmation for Minnesota. He will be in net tonight for the Wild in this game. Another team that, we talk about, we don't love laying minus 160, 70, 80, 90, 200 with Minnesota at home, but this is a more reasonable number, and they do have a good home record, 14-6. Calgary is one of those teams that, for me right now, I don't really want much to do with them, on or against, because I've had a hard time figuring out this team this season. I think they've had a hard time figuring out themselves as well. I think Glenn Gullitson's had a hard time figuring them out as well because, he snapped at them in practice a few days ago. They've been up and down. They did have a nice win, last-minute goal for Dougie Hamilton to beat Anaheim the other night. Very good win for Calgary. But again, stringing good performances together has not always been Calgary's MO this season. We'll see if they can do it here tonight in Minnesota when they take on the Wild. Of course, we've got Alex involved in this game, always willing participant in talking Minnesota Wild hockey. Alex, go for it. What are you looking at here?
Yeah, I said it on the show last couple episodes. I'm not going against this Wild team at home right now. They're absolutely red hot down the street at the Xcel Energy Center. Won 9 of the last 10 games, and they're taking on a Calgary team that's lost 4 of the last 6 on the road. Yeah, the 3 wins they have: Chicago, LA, Anaheim. Decent squads, but they beat them at home. This is not a good road team, and they're playing a really hot Wild team. You got Eric Stahl's been absolutely magnificent. 7 goals, 2 assists in his last 10 games. Like I said, Alex Stalock, he is getting the start in net, and we know he struggled a little bit toward the end of that. He was taking over for when Devin Dubnyk was hurt. But he's played 82 career games. He's had 8 starts against Calgary, more starts than any other team that he's faced in his brief career. He's gone 3-2-2 in those 8 starts. So clearly, he feels he has a good read on that Calgary Flames team. But like I said, this is now this price is going down to, like I said, minus 130. Definitely jumping in here with the Wild.
All right, Minnesota. Can't argue with that. That would certainly be my lean in this game, Minnesota. In this game, there is concern about Mikko Koivu's status, dealing with a little bit of an illness, but questionable for this game. That's really it, though, from a Minnesota perspective in terms of injuries. That's not the case for Calgary. They've got a couple guys out. They've been without Versteeg for a while. They've been without Michael Frolik for the early part of this year. Jaromir Jagr, groin injury. That's unfortunate for him, but, we're talking about a guy that's now, closing in on 50 in a few years here. So, we're talking about a situation where it's not going to be easy for Jagr, for as good a career as he's had, to stay on the ice and stay healthy indefinitely. And that's certainly been an issue for him. The injury bugs kind of hurt him a little bit. 4 straight wins, as I mentioned, for Minnesota at home. Buffalo and Florida, nothing to write home about, but they also beat Nashville and Dallas at home, 2 very, very good teams. So this team's playing good hockey, no question. They didn't play good Saturday night, 7-2 at Colorado, just one of those bad nights. Like we said, with Carolina at Boston. Clunker. Every team, good, doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are, you're going to have a clunker. You're going to have a stinker. You're going to just get ripped and blown out one night or a couple nights during a long 82-game season. That was one of those games for the Minnesota Wild against Colorado last time out. Good bounce-back spot. You look at them off a loss. They've won last 2 now off a defeat, so you're probably going to get a step-up, better effort back home tonight for this Minnesota team. And again, Calgary's tough to predict. One game they look good, one game not so much. So Alex on Minnesota there in that game tonight.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.